Hey, what's up, man? So what up?
What's cracking? Let me tell you something here. Fifth of all, my Instagram is Instagram at 55th Street _, right? The 55th Street is a little general blue devil, little HK Destruction is doing all fair business. Fifth of all, get your destruction strand. Make you want to do destruction. Play ball, get cracking destruction. Late night destruction in a big booty, beautiful coochie. Or anytime destruction. Macking with the Puerto Rican Dominican Mac brothers. Instagram at zootown.la. Instagram at zootown _Boston. All fair business. If it ain't destruction, it ain't enough. Hood, it just ain't enough. Destruction strand.
Okay, man. Now that you got the business out of the way, how you doing?
Oh, that's the nifty business there. That's the destruction strand. It gets no niftier. I'm doing real nifty though. The 555 push-up issues, the jumping jacks, and the cardio workouts also. I'm doing real nifty.
Okay, man. So now, man, I know you've been on lockdown for a little while, and you know the news.
Yeah.
You know the news out here moves super duper fast. But I was wondering, had you heard about what happened to your partner for extra, man?
Yeah, I did, cuz, and it hurt me. You know, let me tell you why, cuz, as a gangbanger. Most definitely going in and out county jail, back and fifth, in and out county jail, and as a gangbanger, or just anybody, really, losing your hand, that's terrible. You know, it's really up. And what I want to say, cuz, pretty much is everybody that want to disrespect, cuz. That's just how it is.
Yeah, man. So it's a tragic accident, man. He was actually, on his Instagram, basically showing off some fireworks, and then ended up being in the car, is what they're saying, with one of his other homeboys, and the fireworks went off too early. He ended up losing a hand, and then the other guy ended up losing like half his face or something like that, man, which is crazy, man, right?
That's really up, girl. I wish for extra the best in healing.
Now, have you had an opportunity?
Really my homeboy.
Have you had an opportunity to talk to Lupe or anybody about the situation?
Oh, you know it's Lupe C Day. You know I'm active with Lupe. It's Lupe C Day this day.
Okay.
I'm active with Lupe.
So, man,
definitely.
So when something like that happens, and it's one of your homeboys, and you hear about it on the yard, what happens then? People would love to hear the story about what goes on. And how'd you find out?
Well, everybody here who accounted already, they let me know. No. And I just let the people know, that's my homeboy, cuz, and I wish cuz, get better. That's it. No, you gotta have that hand going in and out the county jail. You gotta have that hand, especially that's the hand he uses. So it's definitely a tragedy. I hope cuz can get better through it and get through it. And you remember, for extra nickel glove you cuz, and everything gonna see all right. That's my homeboy in my King Five Fingers voice.
Nice, man. Now, what's crazy about this situation is you do have a lot of detractors and people, dissing or whatnot. And you had the number one you had come out was Charleston White. So Charleston White came out dissing immediately. And he said some disparaging things as far as for extra, can't be a tough guy anymore without his hand. And, it's being reported that he's having some vision issues too. So it's going to be tough. Like, how's that going to be on him going in and out of the county jail like he does?
Well, in and out the county jail, he going to have homeboys like myself.
This call is from a federal prison.
Myself and other homeboys from neighborhood that's gonna take phase 5 and wanna take some phase. How gangbanger gonna take his phase. Like gonna have homeboys that's definitely gonna run them back in 5th phase 5 That's a real homeboy right there. That's a spody Crip general there.
So how does that work? So if a fade comes up and the guy that they want to that just came into the dorm or just came into the block is from an opposing side, but he's blind and he's missing a hand. Like what? Like, do his homeboys take the fade for him?
The homeboys can take the fade for The homeboys can take a fade for Yeah, they definitely can, and they should. And if they don't, they need their ass beat. If they don't take the fade for
Yep. So
it's really a tragic situation. What's going on with cuz really.
It's freaking horrible, man. It's one.
But I want cuz to know I'm here for cuz. I'm home around Christmas time, and I'm still gonna get Cud going in and doing different things. And hey, I'm still gonna put Cud in movies and shit that I get in, Cud that's my homeboy, and that's the truth.
Hey, you a solid one for that, Crip Mac. For real, man. You still looking out for your homeboy.
I'm a real nifty nickel.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's been crazy, man. Now, there's a lot going on over at No Jumper. So they recently had an issue with a guy named King Pill. Did you see any of the stuff with King Pill and what happened with Adam 22?
No, I don't see anything in here. But I heard a lot about King Pill.
Yeah, so King Pill is a Damu, and he comes from Pomona, right? So he's from that Pomona side, and he's been, he's been boisterous out here. He's been trying to run the fade with a lot of people. He tried to run the fade with 4Extra. He tried, but he sent after the thing happened to 4Extra, which I got a foot stomp this point for a little positivity, man. Most people who were even ops to 4Extra online said something positive and wished him the best. You know what I'm saying? And wished him a speedy recovery and health to him. You know what I'm saying? Even though, things get savage online and people talk crazy, a lot of people stood up and said, you know what? This is a horrible situation. And Aaron the Plumber was another guy who said that. Now, are you familiar with Aaron the Plumber?
I heard Cud name. I never knew exactly. I've heard that name.
Yeah, Aaron the Plumber, he came up through the reality TV side. So he's a reality TV star, and he kind of got his real claim to fame on a show called Pop the Balloon. So he got on Pop the Balloon, and he ended up started doing interviews, No Jumper, other places, and now he's kind of like a No Jumper enemy, but he ended up, piecing it up and saying his, sending his well wishes to 4Extra as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm sending well wishes. 4Extras or something definitely nifty. Gotta respect that. Most definitely gotta respect that. Shout out Aaron the Plumber.
Now, King Pill, this is the interesting part. So he was supposed to get hired at No Jumper as one of the hosts, but there's some sort of dilemma where it looks like he might have actually turned up on No Jumper, and I don't know if he's going to be working there anymore. Were you looking forward to working with King Pill, and did you have any preconceived notions or anything about King Pill that you could talk about?
I don't know Snooker is, cuz. I don't know, cuz. I got to see what kind of person, cuz. I don't know, cuz.
Nah, I feel you on that one. Man. Now, a big part of what's going on the West Coast hip hop scene is a lot of people are starting to, get a lot of good shine after what happened with the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation. And there's been a lot of people coming out of the woodworks who've been popping up and trying to diss the West. You know what I'm saying? There was recently a rapper by the name of Joey Badass. Now, Joey Badass was dissing all the West Coast rappers and pretty much challenged them to the table. And he didn't have a lot of people diss him back. Now, in a situation like that, did you hear about the Joey Badass?
I ain't hear about Cub. A lot of times here we just hear about close things like the people of course, from LA and out this way. I didn't hear about him.
Okay. That's fine, man. That's fine. So, man, as far as your time going by, how are you doing with your time?
I'm doing well, man. I've been writing some movie scripts, been macking in with different people. I got people already macking in. They know Christmas is almost here. They're locking in, the Zoom interviews, their features, they getting their shit ready. They know I got some big movies with some big people. Definitely coming along, and like I said, man, I'm myself and Lupe. I definitely want to put something together, 4Extras all up with some type of movie or something also. Even though the situation he's in, like I said, that's really my homeboy. So we're going to put something together. Lupe, she's definitely a close homegirl of mine. She's a friend.
Yep.
Hey, bro. Did I do her voice right?
Now,
shout out Lupe and happy C-Day, Lupe, girl.
No, shout out to Lupe, man. She really be on her grind, man, for real. Now, I wanted to ask you about this. Since you're in the federal system, one of the big stories out of the federal system is the Diddy situation. Now, he recently beat his RICO case pretty much outright. He ended up catching 2 charges, but they're very lesser charges. What did you think, and what is the word out there in the federal system for Diddy? Because we've been hearing a lot of noise that when he came back to his cell that they applauded him for beating his case, but then we hear different things.
This call is from a federal prison.
Well, there's haters everywhere. There's people that are going to hate that he's coming home. Then you got people that are happy for it,
Yeah, it's a crazy situation. So not many people beat their RICO case. He actually beat the RICO charge and everything. So he's probably he's going to get a date and he's going to be home before you know it. The judge, the two charges he have, no mandatory minimum, I heard, but on the sentencing guidelines, it's looking like he might do 2 years or time served in halfway house or something like that. What do you think about that?
Probably probation or a year and a day he will do, watch. Or 2 years the most.
Okay. Now, in your experience, for somebody who does like a year and a day or probational, you know what I'm saying? How fast does that time go? And what have you seen on the federal side?
Well, everybody's thing's different. You got some people like myself that get 30 months and some change. Then you got some other that have the same case and get 46 to 50 to 60 months. Because they have a lot of the same over and over and over again, or everybody's shit is a lot different. You have one pistol and you might get this much time, but then if you get caught with a lot of them, they give you more time. You take them, people. I know some people that take them on a high-speed chase and they throw this shit out. And that type of shit give you more time. Because they had to go through a lot to get you.
Yeah. Okay. Nah, that's man.
Then they wonder, like, God damn, why they got the most out of the shit? You gave them problems.
Yeah.
So everybody's shit's different. But when there's no mandatory minimum, you can get anything from probation up by whatever the DA offers.
Yeah.
So we gotta see what Diddy's DA offers.
Now, I think the prosecution, man, they're looking. I think they first came in with a consecutive 10 years, but I think since he has no priors or anything like that, with no mandatory minimum, I think that's out, man. What do you think?
I think, like I said, the most he'll do is a year and a day, or possibly 2 years.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Maybe probation though, with a $1 million fine or some shit. They're gonna try to get cut increments.
Yeah. Nah, that sounds about right. They still want to get some paper,
Yeah. So everybody's situation's different.
Now Now, I had to ask you about this as well. How do you keep up with how do you guys keep up with TV and news? Is it a situation where you guys get tablets?
No, there's the Crips, the Crips, we have our TV, and then the Bay Area, they have their TV, and then you got the Pisces, they have their TV over there. So everybody we have TVs in here. Have you watched Love and Hip Hop yesterday?
Oh, nah, I didn't watch Love and Hip Hop. No, I don't watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Me and the guys watched it, and Rennie Rucci, I would love to bust her could do some destruction.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she bad. Yo, Rennie Rucci.
Oh, Wi-Fi Crip.
Yeah, you said what you said right there, bro. She bad, yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, that's dope. That's cool. That's cool. You get to keep up with TV shows and stuff. How much time do you guys usually spend watching TV?
I spend about sometimes a couple hours, so 55 minutes and another 55 minutes. But we have 55 seconds left on this call.
well, Crip Mac, I appreciate you calling in, man. We're going to make sure we get this out early because I know you want to get the word out and send your messages out there that you had to send out. But it wouldn't be right if you didn't shout out everybody you got to shout out. So go ahead, Crip Mac, and close and shout out your peeps.
All right, Kalani Bear, Trina, Lupe, Blue Devil, which is Low Educated Destruction.